So breaking news where a big move by the Modi government is coming in, where the Union Cabinet has approved the unified pension scheme for government employees. 50% assured pension is the first pillar of the scheme, which will benefit 23 lakh employees. As per the current pension scheme, employees contribute 10% while the central government contributes 14%, which will be increased to 18%. Listen in to Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw.
यूनियन कैबिनेट ने यूनिफाइड पेंशन स्कीम को अप्रूव किया है, इसको अनुमोदित किया है और ये स्कीम अभी आने वाले समय में लागू होगी। इस स्कीम के 5 पिलर्स हैं। सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट विषय था कर्मचारियों की तरफ से कि हमें अश्योर्ड अमाउंट एक चाहिए, जो बहुत लॉजिकल और वाजिब रिक्वायरमेंट था। उनके साथ मिलके कई तरह के फाइनेंशियल मॉडल्स को प्रोजेक्ट करके और सबके साथ मिलके एक सिस्टमेटिक तरीके से 50% अश्योर्ड पेंशन, ये इस यूपीएस का सबसे पहला पिलर है।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also now tweeted on this move from his own government. He has said, and I quote, "We are proud of the hard work of all government employees who contribute significantly to national progress. The unified pension scheme ensures dignity and financial security for government employees, aligning with our commitment to their well-being and a secure future." I'm joined by my colleague Payal Mehta on the broadcast. So Payal, a big move coming in from the Modi government when it comes to this booster for government employees.
Ayushman, several officials, both directly and indirectly had approached the Prime Minister talking about the fact that, there has been a lot of opposition on the new pension scheme, in several non-BJP-ruled states. In fact, some non-BJP-ruled states have also implemented or announced the implementation of the old pension scheme. But that has not been implemented as such. So obviously the government thinking about it. And today itself, the Prime Minister made a delegation of people, who thanked him for taking this initiative. You do understand that there is a assurance and there's a guaranteed, pension that will be given to these central government employees. Mind you, the states can also adopt the same model. The central government employees have the option to either choose this UPS or choose the existing NPS as they would will. And in fact, all those employees who have even retired, just after 2004 can take benefit of the scheme. So more than 6,250 crores have been earmarked for this pension scheme. The first itself, which comes into practice on the 1st of April 2025. So obviously, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has often spoken about the rule of the bureaucracy, the rule of the officials, who actually are the agents of change in implementation of any government project or any government scheme. And we're talking about progressive India, we're speaking about the Viksit Bharat. This is going to be a big step in that direction, is what the government has been saying. And therefore, Ayushman, the entire cabinet, which also consists of a lot of alliance partners who are part of the cabinet, they congratulated and they thanked the Prime Minister for bringing out such a scheme, which actually will reap rewards, given the fact that it actually brings about a much-needed reform that was required as far as the pension scheme is concerned. Several features which were highlighted by the Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, who spoke a short while ago.
Right, and Ashwini Vaishnaw also hitting out at the Congress party, Payal, saying that the Congress party has announced an overall pension scheme, but the state governments have executed nothing on the ground. So while making this big announcement, also hitting out at the Congress camp.
Well, of course, Ashwini Vaishnaw pointed out the example of states, including Himachal Pradesh, where the Himachal Pradesh existing government had promised that they would implement OPS, but that's not the light of the day. But such an unscientific measure has not been adopted by the Modi government. Ayushman, they say that there was a committee which was put into place, extensive consultations took place, extensive, consideration was done from various quarters. So that they came up with a scheme. So the government believes that, whatever they do, they do it after extensive consultation. They speak to various stakeholders and they bring out a decisive policy in comparison to what the Congress party has been saying. Remember, the Congress party has been up in arms attacking the central government on several issues as well. But here is a well-thought, policy of the Narendra Modi government. That's what the Union Minister stressed while he was speaking at the press conference.
Right. Thank you, Payal, for getting us that big piece of breaking news. So Prime Minister Modi moving ahead with this booster for government employees and also hitting out at the Congress camp for not implementing what they promised.